Hi folks, today I will speak about one processor with the reference TMP47C1670. You can find a lot of these processors belongs to the family from Toshiba with a different reference. You have, for example, TMP47C1260 or TMP47C670 and so on. You have a lot of the processors with this family. I find in my boards three boards with these processors, and I like remember it is not a single VFD driver. Okay, you cannot control the VFD driver with Arduino or with other processor because they are already a processor with a code running in the ROM memory, and is not possible control directly the program is running. Okay, anyway, I make some reverse engineering and determine which is the pinout is necessary use and prioritize to work with this processor, and I will explain the name of the pins and how is the correct way to prioritize. But the first thing I like to explain is give you the reference of the keys present in this my board at this moment. Okay, I have here the board search, install, store, tuner, standby, rewind, stop, play, wind, timer, reset, select, today, rec, and here you have eject. Every press you do for each keys start a specific part of the program and interpret the message to apply the function associated with the code. Okay, for example, if I press rec, you see here the bright of the red lights to indicate this rec. You have the time, you have the instruction here, the rec, and if you want to return to the standby, press standby. For example, if you press wind, you have here the information of wind, and you press standby and return to wind. The most important thing you need to know about this board and the clock is necessary adjust the clock, and the action to do it is to press the install. You receive a message from the test picture in display. When you press the second time, you receive the menu to English, and you can adjust to Italiano, Dutch, French, Italiano, Dutch, and English again. Okay, when you press again the install, you are present in the adjust the hours. Okay, and you can do it running this button here to adjust your timer. Okay, install again, and you are present to adjust the year is already adjust. Is the same way you run here up and down to adjust the year. Month, day, and you return again to the standby position. Okay, for example, to program the rec time, you have here the presentation to the program, and you adjust here the program you want configured. Okay, all the three boards I have here have 42 programs is possible to define. Okay, the adjust is the same. You're running here the button to up or down the program. Start time, and you adjust here when you want start the record. The adjust, and you have again the start of menu to adjust another program and so on. Okay, after you create one program, you stay here with information timer is running to record some program. Okay, this board have here the pin number 1 in the left here, and have 13 pins. You can see here in the small scheme I have done to show to you the information. For example, you have here the pin 23 of the processor. The first pin of the connector here go to the pin number 23 of the processor. The second pin upper go to the pin 25. The third pin go to the pin number 24 of the processor. The 1, 2, 3, 4, the fourth pin go to the I/O of the processor. In this case is pin 45 and 46 is the same pin, have a shunt between these two pins. Here the 5 pins you have a VCC to wake up the board. Okay, this is tension which make up the board. Okay, is go through a transistor and force the signal to the processor. After you have the pin of the filament. Okay, and after you have the pin 14 of the processor with the reference key 00. In below you have the first pin below with the VCC voltage. After you have the polarizer of the base of the transistor BC 558 to wake up the processor. You need put here the negative voltage, okay, to force the transistor to make a reference to the processor. You have the pin of the clock, the processor. After you have the GND, the VP in this case is less 38 volts. I only use 22, I think is enough. The filament pin and all these pins present in this connector here I replace with the wires. Is necessary to work correct with the board. You only need to connect these pins, and after you do it you have the functions present in display working, and you can reuse it. Okay.